Salve galera, aqui no Tox, mais um episódio aqui de Final Fantasy XVI. Salve aí Gabriel, salve aí a todo mundo que estiver assistindo. Vamos continuar aqui a nossa aventura. No último episódio nós derrotamos o Hugo Kupka e conseguimos o poder do Titã. E com isso a gente já tem a minha build inicial, que é como eu estou agora. Vou até carregar aqui, estamos quase level 30. E é isso aí, vamos falar com o Otto. Agora temos aqui o poder do Titã. Ele, não se enganem, ele causa bastante dano, por mais que ele pareça só defesa. Tipo, esse socão causa um bom dano. E esse cataclismo também causa aquele estrago no chão. Sabe aí, Thiago? Vai querer ver um pouco de ação no Devil May Cry 5 da Square Enix. Que agora, se eu não estiver enganado, tem uma batalha épica se eu for avançar na história. O meu único medo é se vai ser caminho sem volta. Que aí qualquer coisa eu divido em duas. Não sei, eu vou ver. Mas basicamente agora o Titã é o nosso Royal Guard. Quem jogou Devil May Cry tá ligado no que é o Royal Guard. E um detalhe até que eu acho bem legal, ele tem parry perfeito aqui também.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid.
Olha aí, a Mid.
Just now.
A Mid, ela é bem gente boa.
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be all
A gente ajuda ela bastante.
try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win. How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
A Vivian.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
Bem, dependendo da missão principal, só espero que não seja um caminho sem volta, que aí qualquer coisa eu até faço só secundária nessa live e aí a gente avança mais na história depois. E é isso aí, galera. Quem tiver não esquece de deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar pra gente pra dar aquela força e se inscrever se for inscrito. Vou deixar aqui o Pix, caso queira ajudar financeiramente o canal. E vamos lá.
Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like. Oi, Otto, you got my gill? Huh? What are you on about? My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little... The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting. When I get my hands on her.
Aí, vamos lá falar com a Mid. Mas acho que fora a missão principal, vamos pelo menos poder falar com ela. Acho que aí já serve como secundária para principal, de certa maneira.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Ela quer uma oficina.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause.
Sem problema que a gente ajuda.
But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
If Sid could see you now. All right?
I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Beleza, uma missão secundária dentro da principal. Pelo menos ainda bem que é tudo aqui dentro. Já entrou novos itens na Caro, projeto novo no Blackthorn e secundária. Não, mas dá pra dar uma olhada no que veio de novidade. O bom é que dinheiro a gente tá juntando bastante, então estamos avançando bem. Só que eu quero testar logo o Titã em combate. E aí, cara, o que pode nos ajudar?
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Aaron.
Valeu, Quero. Aproveitar já que estamos aqui.
Is it business or pleasure?
Espada de platina, o que a gente tinha comprado. Saiote do caçador, 2.000. Temos dinheiro para pegar.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much.
Maravilha. Fazendo uma grana. Acho que é isso.
Is that all?
Blackthorn. O que tem pra mim de novidade?
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Beleza.
Who's the carpenter?
Já que eu tô aqui,
See if Bardolph's available.
o que tem de novidade pra mim?
So, will it be?
Lamore da Tormenta. Dá pra upar esse saiote, mas tem equipamento melhor bem lá na frente. O que a reforçar? Tem isso.
Anything else?
Por enquanto não tem muita coisa interessante. Agora com Bardolph. É aqui embaixo? É. O que pode nos ajudar aí, Bardolph?
How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Vamos fazer uma visita a Marta. Vamos pra lá. Vamos lá, Marta. Pode nos ajudar?
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Maravilha, vamos atrás dele. Ruínas de Cresida. Aonde que fica? Pra cá? Vai ser uma área não explorada, mas beleza. Deixa eu só me achar. É pra cá? Eu acho que deve ter algum baú por aqui, que eu devo ter esquecido. Olha aqui, ó. Maravilha. Agora é Ambrósia, vai poder nos ajudar. Na ponte, pode chamar? Aê!
Good girl.
Vambora! Ainda bem que eles estão só de passagem. É, estamos indo para o caminho certo. Inimigos. O que é que podemos ajudar?
And the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least.
Maravilha. Era tudo que eu queria, uma briga pra poder testar o Titã e até mostrar como é que ele funciona. Aqui. O poder exclusivo dele é isso daqui. A mão do Titã é tipo um escudo. E se você fazer parry na hora certa, você rebate. Que faz o parry perfeito.
This shouldn't take long.
Deixa eu ver se algum deles consegue me atacar.
Nice try. Well done, Toro.
Aí, você já era.
This one. Get him. Sick him. Go to him. Farewell.
Aí. Pronto. Acho que dá pra mostrar o poder dele. Chega perto, todo mundo. Droga, foi fraco. Pronto. Vamos lá, você. Deixa eu mostrar. Nossa, acaba com eles. Cataclismo é um dos mais fortes. Um Ivor.
Nice try.
Você é bom pra parry perfeito. Morre, cara.
Too slow.
Aê! É pra sofrer stagger pra aprender essa maldita.
Over here. Go for it.
20 mil de dano.
Soil and stone.
Nice try.
Pode atacar o quanto quiser, cara. Seus ataques não são tão fortes quanto o parry do Titã. Aê! Não foi tão difícil.
That should do it.
Maravilha.
short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. So it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Bem, conseguimos até aqui.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Beleza, já dá pra voltar pra mid? Vamos pra lá. Parece que conseguimos resolver seu problema. Agora ela tem um lugar próprio pra ficar, que é a oficina dela. Seguindo pra cá, agora. Tá aqui, Mid. Já temos um carpinteiro pra te ajudar.
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Arthur's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Maravilha, missão cumprida. Alento da terra. Eu não uso muito esses aí específicos.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Beleza, enfermaria. Acho que a Jill quer ver a gente. E já tem missão secundária. Dor e risco. O peso do comando. Vamos ver a Jill aí de secundária. A gente vê depois. Dependendo de quanto a gente avançar. Olha aí a tarja.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Vamos lá. E mais uma secundária. Ah não, são as duas. Salve aí, Draven. Deixa eu ver, temos que ir pra cá. Que posso adiantar de Devil May Cry, ô Draven, pra você? Aqui está. Deixa eu mostrar aqui. Royal Guard. Brasil Royal Guard. Sword Master. E Gunslinger. Aqui o poder base do Royal Guard. O que eu acho legal que parece bem Sword Master é esse daqui, a laceração. E o Gunslinger do Ramu. Aí talvez você deve pensar aí o Trickster. Trickster ele já tem o desvio, mas não dá pra usar aqui. Olha aí, o Apócrates e o Gav.
I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Fenrir? Legal. Então o modo lobo dele, que até me faz lembrar o Blade Wolf, é o Fenrir.
Was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards...
Ah, isso explica porque ele virou o Fenrir naquela hora. Que a cabeça da Jill estava em risco. Isso explica bastante coisa.
It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Maravilha, agora tá todo mundo aqui para começar a trabalhar para Mid. Bom que ela agora vai ter a oficina dela. E a gente pode ajudar ela, mas se não me engano são missões secundárias. As missões da Mid. É um cantinho legal para ela.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled.
Beleza.
Progress tracking down Kupka.
Vamos ver com a Vivi se dá pra avançar mais na história. Que aí eu quero fazer as secundárias depois. Muito bem, Vivi. O que você tem pra mim?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive, I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Visita?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron?
O tio dele.
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for
Olha aí o tio dele. Sambrec, nas Orlas Gêmeas.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
O Kupka ele comentou que daí é o reino do Bahamut. Só que quem é o dominante? Ah, é, o dominante do Bahamut já é esse daí.
To feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Ele é meio maquiavélico.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Parece que eles vão continuar batalhando.
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Acho que deu uma referência ao Caim do Final Fantasy IV. Byron. E mais uma secundária. Até o momento são duas. Para uma live seria curta assim, se for resolver essas duas. Mas já quero ver se já avançamos para enfrentar o Titã. O meu único medo é se for um caminho sem volta.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Vamos atrás dele.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velkroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port.
Pegaram Deserto.
Royalists, not the Republicans who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Parece que vamos para uma área nova.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velkroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Beleza.
Mid's finished outfit now.
Vamos lá, Otto.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Beleza, o esconderijo tá em boas mãos. Vamos falar com o nosso tio.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
É isso aí, era nova, continente novo, deserto de Velkroy. Vamos fazer a missão daqui. E aí podemos ver até onde a gente consegue ir se for para enfrentar ele.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Beleza. Enigma das Areias, mas a gente vai encarar esse deserto sozinho.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings.
Esse deserto, do que eu me lembro, ele é enorme.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers?
Não, nada aqui. Mais chocobos.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
É isso aí, estamos chegando na cidade.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
É uma pena, vamos ter que deixar o Torgal.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No.
Coitado do
We must
Joshua.
press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Tô achando que esses caras querem uma briga desnecessária.
My companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Muito bem.
The outlaw. Thank you.
Try it.
Os caras estão um level abaixo de mim, então talvez as secundárias ajudariam já ir logo para o level 30.
Bravo, my boy. Just like that.
Nice try.
Morre. Um por um você já era. Pronto. Pronto, resolvido.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Nossa, não pode ser. É, ele se foi.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
They're all less said of themselves.
Presa do Draco. Vamos ir seguindo em frente. Inimigos. Oh, maravilha.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Vamos dar o nosso jeito de avançar. Olha aí, um baú. Vamos lá, o que pode nos ajudar?
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Beleza, falta só mais algum outro cidadão. Acho que deve estar por aqui. Aqui, ó.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Don't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig.
Beleza, já conseguimos informações.
Contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age.
Vamos falar com mais gente. Talvez a gente consiga chamar atenção. Deixa eu ver se aqui não tem nenhum baú perdido, algo assim. Ah, aqui, ó. Maravilha. Tinha um por aqui. Aqui, ó.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Beleza.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this further knows.
Quem que você pode nos ajudar?
Excuse me. Are you further?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Beleza. Bordel.
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't
Querem problemas?
stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Sem problemas. Nossa, acabei com eles bem mais rápido assim. Normalmente eu uso ataques especiais para chefes, mas acho que vou passar a usar para muitos inimigos juntos. Morre! Aê! Não foi muito difícil. Conseguimos.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the rock and collect the bounty?
Olha aí o cara que a gente tá procurando.
Work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Beleza. Lar do Lazer. Ah não, estamos indo pro caminho certo. É pra cá.
Needed to a silken soft. Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Hugo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been
Legal que é uma forte.
Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, What do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
E o que você quer pra a gente poder te ajudar?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him.
Vamos ajudar ele.
Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Siga os cristais, vamos lá.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. A deposit.
Vamos conseguir informação.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
Beleza, falta mais 2. Tem outro aqui.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Beleza, falta só mais um.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer. I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
Beleza, vamos encontrar o nosso tio.
Back at the inn by now.
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you. The one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Beleza, já temos um caminho. Eu sei que tem um baúzinho aqui.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Beleza, nosso tio tá aqui. Antes de falar com ele. Não, eu sei que tem um baú por aqui.
Let me treat you. I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Não, nada aqui. Vamos seguir em frente então. Sabe aí, tijolinho?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velkroy, far from...
Beleza, vamos pro deserto. Explorar uma área nova.
Place for a spot of double dealing.
Salve aí, Gat the King.
If things turn sour.
Of course.
Pelo menos já vamos ter um pouco mais de ação.
What was all that crashing and banging?
É isso aí, caminho certo. Dá pra já chamar o Chocobo por aqui.
Run like the wind.
Vamos lá. Aqui já era nova. E como falei, esse deserto é enorme. Acredito que devemos ter ação, ô Gads. Uma grana. Aqui eu me lembro que tem problemas.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
É bastante cristal.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here.
Escudo dos negros. Maravilha.
We have ships and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
Muito bem.
Over here.
Morre.
It's not over yet, Uncle.
Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Se tiver algum mago, eu já vou tentar ir atrás. Sabia. Morre. Olha aí, outro. Morre. Aí. Tchau. Aí. Pronto, quem é o próximo? Vocês não desistem, hein? Até chocobos pra batalha. Nossa, essa doeu. Aê! Quase seu pando. Muito bem.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
Bem, está aí os cristais que ele queria.
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
Bem, pelo menos conseguimos achar uma passagem para chegar lá.
Thank you very much, Greybeard. Here, wear this.
Valeu, a rosa do deserto.
Shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Hugo.
And please,
Ajudou bastante.
feel free to send one of my stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
We are lost, Elan. To Isaac's.
Maravilha.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Agora vamos passar pelo portão E acho que devemos, talvez, até completar essa missão também.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Maravilha, missão cumprida. Quase level 30. Liberou a missão secundária. Agora podemos seguir em frente. Aí, eu vou ver se na próxima live eu já resolvo as secundárias. Portão aberto.
Lubo was true to his word.
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest.
Aí sim, ô Gad. O que eu recomendaria, se fosse jogar, joga o 7 Remake, que ele é bom também. Mas tem que gostar de Hack and Slash, principalmente. E outro também muito bom, o Crisis Core, que até foi relançado também. Beleza, vamos seguir em frente? Vamos lá. Presa do Draco.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
As secundárias eu vou tentar já fazer em uma outra live. Não nessa, mas... pelo menos vamos avançar essa principal daqui. Que aí eu já quero resolver as secundárias para não deixar caminho sem volta. E acho que até lá já vamos estar level 30 também, já devemos já chegar mais forte também. Deserto já foi. Mandíbula. Uma outra área aberta.
Drake's Fang.
Eu sei que nesse lugar tem uma batalha épica nos esperando.
Along with goodness knows how many guards on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. but that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom.
Acredita que o time que fez o Final Fantasy XIV foi o mesmo time que fez esse daqui, ô Gads? Que o mesmo diretor do Final Fantasy XIV, ele trabalhou aqui.
Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know.
Mas tá ligado que o Final Fantasy XIV que você comprou, ele é um MMO, né? Então MMO é um jogo bom, assim, pra se jogar. Só que é um jogo basicamente infinito, assim, se você for querer fazer tudo.
Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy.
O que eu ganhei e recomendo é o Dragon Quest Treasures. Falam que ele é um spin-off, mas eu achei legal. O Dragon Quest Treasures. Eu até fiz vídeo também.
Go safely, uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I should expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
É isso aí. Aqui acho que deve ser um caminho sem volta, mas temos missões secundárias para fazer. Vou até salvar aqui. Mas as secundárias vamos fazendo nas próximas lives. E aí sim vamos ter uma batalha épica. E daí pelo menos eu posso garantir para vocês que a batalha contra o Hugo é uma das mais memoráveis. Acho que até junto com outro chefe que a gente enfrenta. Mas isso aí, vou me despedindo por aqui. Lembrando que, galera, o canal tem sistema de membros. Caso queira virar membro, Gabriel fez com o canal, vou deixar aqui pra vocês. E também tem o Pix, caso queira ajudar. É o 15. O 15, ele é legalzinho, mas ele é um mundo aberto que não tem muita coisa. Mas o time que fez o 15 foi o mesmo que fez o Forspoken, pelo que eu sei. Mas é isso aí, galera. Fiquem aí que vocês vão ser redirecionados a um canal parceiro. Já deixei os links aí pra vocês. É isso aí. Nos vemos então em um próximo episódio, galera. Falou!